Welcome back students in second part of today's lecture. So now we are going to discuss practical aspects of heating effect of current. So the first and very important application of heating effect is fuse wire. Okay. In your home you have seen that one fuse is given after the meter. In your home, to measure how much amount of electricity is consumed, one meter is given there. Okay. When the current is coming in your home, first it passes through that meter, then it has to pass through a fuse. Okay. So why fuse is provided in a circuit? Fuse actually saves us from any kind of hazard from the current. Okay. Inside fuse one wire is there which we call as fuse wire, which is made up of alloy. Alloys, you all know what are alloys. They are made up of combination of two metals, or with metal, two or more metals, or with metal we can add some other things also to make alloy. So basically alloys are having very high resistance, and in heating effect resistance plays very important role. So that's why we need alloys. So fuse wires are made up of alloys which are having very high resistance and low melting point. Okay. So what happened in our home, a proper amount of current should enter. If excess current will enter in our home, then it can cause so many type of losses, so many type of dangers in our home. Okay, short circuit or overloading may be there. So that's why what happened, the fuse wire allows the proper amount of current to enter in our home. But if the amount of current exceeds then the safe limit, that time what happened, the fuse wire is made up of alloy. So because of that excess current it becomes hot, and because its melting point is very low, so that wire melts, and when the wire melts the electric circuit breaks and further current will stop from entering in our home. So I think now you know what is the working of fuse. Okay, in our home a safe amount of current should enter. If the current exceeds from the safe amount, the wire in the fuse, that wire becomes so much hot, and because it is having a low melting point, so it melts and break the circuit. Okay, and then we are safe. And when you want to connect the circuit again, you simply have to take a wire, connect it in fuse, put the fuse in the correct place, and you can again complete the circuit, and all your household devices starts working. Okay. Now second application is in heating element or heater wire. Okay. So in heating element what devices are there? One simple heating rod is there which you use for heating the water. Okay. Then electric bulb is there, toaster is there, oven is there, geyser is there, heater is there. So all these electrical appliances, what they do, when we provide electric current to them, they convert all that current into heat and then do their work. Okay. So whatever heating element and heater wires are there, they are simply made up of alloys, and one very famous alloy is there for that, and that is nichrome. Nichrome is mixture of nickel and chromium. Okay, and it has very high resistivity and high melting point. Now once again let me tell you one thing, that because fuse wire is there to break the circuit, that's why here we are using an alloy of tin and lead. Okay, lead. So what happened, it is having very low melting point, so it breaks the circuit. Okay, it has high resistance but low melting point. But in other electrical heating devices, if melting point is low, then what happen? When we supply the current, that rods or wires will melt and we cannot heat up other things by use of them. Okay, like if you have water heater, if its melting point is low, then what happen? When it becomes hot, it starts melting and it will be not able to heat the water. Similar thing will be there for toaster and all. So that's why here we need one alloy which is having high resistance but high melting point also. Okay, so that's why we are using nichrome here. Nichrome is having very high melting point, and that's why we can heat up these devices to a very high temperature. Okay, and in electric bulb you have seen one filament is there. Okay, I am not talking about that fancy bulbs nowadays. Okay, CFL, LEDs, their working is different, that we will discuss in another chapter. Right now I am only talking about the simple electric bulb, in which a fuse wire is there, which we called as filament. Okay, so in that electric bulb, when we supply the heat, that filament gets heated up and it starts glowing. Okay, and inside that electric bulb, if normal air is there, then what happen? In the air oxygen is present, so that filament will react with oxygen and it will start burning. So to stop that, what we will do, in bulb we take out all the normal air, okay, and then we fill argon and nitrogen gases there. They are chemically inactive gases. They are also called noble gases. Noble gases are those gases which don't react with other gases. They are found independent or free in nature. Okay, so they don't react with any substance, so they will not react with filament and our bulb will be safe. Okay, so these were the practical application of heating effect. Okay, this is it for today's lecture. Now we will meet in next lecture. Till then, goodbye, take care and do some productive work.